I'll tell you a story full of stories. A voyage to one of the most beautiful places in Ecuador, in South America, a place where they live life in its purest form, where nature is still virgin and its people still humble in spite of the richness of the land. This story begins in the company of coffee. A young man approached me and told me about a place where flavors melt with the beauty and magic of life. I was impressed by the man's story. He told me that in the south of Ecuador, in the province of Loja, that one could visit beautiful sites where the aroma of coffee is sensed at every step. I was very thankful for his friendliness, and obviously he convinced me to continue my journey by that route. While he was leaving, he forgot something, or better yet, maybe he had left me a gift, a keepsake for the journey which would accompany me throughout my travels. They say that to truly know oneself, first, one must make an inner journey. But I had the fortune to make this journey while going to a destination I will never forget. All of the cultures of the world tend to change with time, to assimilate tendencies to other more powerful cultures, to globalize even their more precious traditions. The indigenous culture Saraguro, located in the county that bears its name, shows us a great lesson. There is nothing more beautiful than evolving without forgetting one's roots. Here in Saraguro, there is a unique symbiosis. Tradition and modernity have come together in a wise manner to show us the beauty of an ancestral culture. In the city of Loja, to roam its streets is to transport oneself in time, together with the quiet of its environment and humbleness of its citizens. I roam this small, yet well-conserved city, full of history and culture, with great traditions and a great pride for its illustrious men and women. In Loja, one can hear wonderful musical performances. This is because Loja possesses the best musicians in Ecuador. Also, to visit its museums and roam its plazas and antique streets is a delight. Here, one can find services with great quality. This city possesses first-category hotels and restaurants with amazing food. I'm anxious for the adventure that awaits me in this beautiful tourist destination in Ecuador. Nature accompanies me wherever I go. The immensity of the landscape invites me to reflect, to think, and to dream, to feel alive. beginning my journey, and I can already sense the aroma of the coffee of Loja. In the province of Loja, the aroma of coffee is felt everywhere. I have the good fortune to have visited many places where they cultivate it. Here they teach me the coffee's origin and why it has such a delicious aroma. Here the production of coffee for export occurs, because the quality of the coffee has earned them several awards in a global context. Arguably, one could say that coffee from Loja is their star product, and is considered one of the best coffees in the world. Leaving the city, getting away from pollution and routine, and allowing oneself to be captivated by nature's wonder most definitely changes one's perspective. To be able to contemplate the landscape, enjoy the climate, breathe an unbelievably pure air, and feel it in your body is an experience that can be lived in so very few places in this world. The province of Loja possesses various types of weather. In some places, throughout the entire year, one can feel the chill of the mountains, very often reaching 11 degrees Celsius, and in other places there is warm weather as if one were at the beach. Here one can travel through several types of landscape, and obviously, every corner has its own personality. The area gives us the chance for very entertaining activities. Anywhere in this province, one can practice adventure sports. One such is rappelling, which is impressive, and best of all, gets one in touch with nature. Everywhere I go, I learn something new. I encounter many stories. The simpleness of Loja moves me. The people are so warm and generous that it is easy to fall in love with their style of life. Acres and acres of nature in its pure state is what this province provides one with, as it possesses several ecological reserves where thousands of species are free and still conserved in their wildest state. The end of a line in a map can be the start of a line in one's life. I am in the south, near the Ecuadorian-Peru border, and I have an enormous amount of things to write and tell. The colors are infinite, green in all its shades and all its tones. Here one can observe birds flying freely, thousands of species roaming in the wild that observe you as just another animal. Here there exists respect and hard work for the conservation of life, which is part of the magic of being a Lojano. Every time that I arrive at a new place, every detail impresses me. There is no image that can describe the perfection that is being able to watch every landscape so great, so infinite, that one is lost in the horizon, mountain after mountain. There are moments which are perfect in order to understand the greatness of life and the greatness of faraway places where one feels a distinct energy, which allow me to flow and reflect. It is something marvelous to watch and step on sacred sites where very few people have been. Here the energy is cleansing and refreshing, and it makes me feel lighter every time. Practices in coffee production that have been incorporated in the last few years have allowed the improvement of the quality of that same coffee. Quilanga, for example, produces gourmet coffee of a great quality. Once again, the aroma of coffee accompanies me on my way. I have camped out in several places in the province, and I am overwhelmed by the peace I encounter. The small villages are so tranquil. The people are friendly and always available to receive you and treat you like another family member. Something that has called my attention on this trip is how ancestral knowledge is appreciated here. Lojanos go about their activities in the same way as their ancestors. Filled with farmers, ranchers, and artisans, this province is populated by noble people. People who with their hands, day to day, construct a better world, the guardians of life. Loja has everything: landscape, beauty, culture, nature. It is clearly a touristic and productive province. Its people are creative in harnessing the resources that the earth provides. Tourism here is a unique experience. Getting to know Loja definitely has been something that I will never forget. This has been my story, which has been a small handful in a sea of possibilities. It is time for you to write your own story, to travel your own path, where the flavors and aromas blend together in the beauty of a province. Loja.